Well, is the war going to start today? Good morning and welcome to Integrative Preparedness. The war that I'm talking about, of course, is over between Israel and Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran, all of that stuff, and today is the day that Trump said all of the hostages need to be returned by noon today. Now, does that mean noon over there or noon here? If it's noon over there, it's already happened. If it's noon today, it's coming up in a little bit. But he says if all the hostages aren't released by about noon, all bets are off, and there's going to be hell to pay. Now, that can mean a number of things. Does that mean that he's saying to Israel, "Go at it, boys, go at it"? That's just it. We're not getting the hostages back, and we've dithered around on this enough. And of course, the games that those terrorist groups play with hostages, it's nothing. It's nothing new, and the West falls for it all the time. Uh, just they starve these people, and then they force feed them before they release them, so that they look better, and they give them little gift bags, to release. This last bunch, they they gave them certificates. Of their release, I guess, so that they're gonna hang them on their wall at home or something like that. But they always play these games, and there's gonna be a lot of dead bodies returned, and in exchange, of course, they get a whole bunch of their fighters back. And so it's always, but I'm not going to get deeply into that. Most of you are aware of that. If you're not, go study it yourself. But I think that Trump is tired, just like he's tired of a lot of things. He sees that there's just one big game that keeps going on, and the other side always wins because our side always compromises and collapses and takes, very little. We get very little out of these things. And I think he's tired of it. So he whether he's going to send more weapons to Israel, whether he's just going to tell Netanyahu, "Hey, take the gloves off, go after him, take him out," and Israel is perfectly capable of doing that. Now, is that going to bring in? Now, here's the thing for you to keep in mind, and then I'm going to tell you what I would suggest you really keep in mind. Is that going to mean that he goes after? That he just totally takes out Hamas, regardless of the danger to the hostages, because they know where all these people are. Trust me, they know where all of the leaders are. They probably know where almost all of the hostages are. Hostages get separated; they get spread out so that one raid can't get them all out. They now Hezbollah is a little bit different. It is a much larger organization, much better equipped. But are they going to go after Hezbollah? It wouldn't. If they have decided that this is the time to finally say, okay, we've had enough. This is war. They're going to go after Hezbollah, and a lot of it's not going to be the military operation that we're going to see on the news. A lot of it's going to be, covert. You all familiar with the difference between overt, covert, and clandestine? A lot of people are not. Overt just simply means, well, we're just doing it, everybody can see, and we're doing it. Covert means that you do something that the world doesn't see. For the most part, everybody knows who did it, but or everybody sees the result. But there's deniability there as to who did it. And clandestine means that, well, nobody knows it happened, but it has a result. So there's going to be all three of those elements in there. It's going to be overt, covert, and clandestine. And Israel is very capable of this. Now, can they use stuff from us? Yeah, they will always take stuff from us. Do they need us? That's a different question. And I'm not even going to give it into that because people have different opinions on that, and you can say need. You know, could they do better with our support? Yes. Can they do more with our support? Yes, probably. You know, with us providing weapons and different technologies and things like that. But make no joke, Israel is perfectly capable of running a war over there by themselves. And will they? Will Trump align himself, in public with it? Will they involve Iran? These are the things that we don't know. It'll be interesting to see. And when I say it'll be interesting to see, rather, you'll notice that I didn't say you should worry about it. And that's exactly what I want to say today, because most of the people out there are going to say that, I almost started this one out by starting the video like this. Y'all know kind of what I'm talking about there. Oh my gosh, it's coming. We're 3 minutes from World War III. No, we're not. Let's talk realistically here. We're not. If things light up over there, and it's time that they do. That's my opinion. It's time that they do. You can only let a situation go on so long that keeps poking at you, and it's time to take care of it once and for all. You take care of this stuff once and for all. It will make a difference. And it'll stop all this BS. You go clear back to Munich and the PLO and Black September and all that kind of stuff. Israel and the United States for the most part, has always responded when they've responded with great restraint. And, that was because, we want to look good in the eyes of the world. We are never going to look good in the eyes of the world, because the world, 90% of the world, hates us or resents us and only wants our money. Excuse me just a second. Sorry. So they only want our money, and they see our compromise as weakness, and they don't respect weakness. Nobody respects weakness, to be honest. They don't recognize, that's a whole different topic there. But they don't respect weakness, and that's why these problems continue. Now, what needed to happen is Israel, or with our help or whatever, and this has nothing to do with how you feel about Israel biblically. Okay, so stop that stuff. This is about the stability of the world, and it's about the safety of the world, and it's about the safety of our country. They have taken us for fools for too long, and it's time that we put the hammer down, because there might be a cost to pay for them. If we took the gloves off, the cost would be on them, not on us. And compromise continues to bring costs to us. So if we actually put the hammer down and we took out Hamas and Hezbollah and Iran, a lot of the problems would be over. Period. Done. Gone away. And you know what? The rest of the Arab world, the rest of the Muslim world would be happy about it. Because these are the troublemakers. There would not be any repercussions. And we should. It's time that we did. We need to take out Hamas. We need to take out Hezbollah. And we need to take over Iran. Oh, I know that's horrible to say. I'm not usually an expansionist. Although there's nothing wrong. What's wrong with expansionism? What do we got here? A message down there below. Who knows? I'm not usually an expansionist, but I get a kick out of everybody who is talking about, well, what are we talking about taking over Greenland? Why are we talking about? Well, nobody says that about looking back on the Louisiana Purchase, are they? Okay. Some did then, right? In Alaska. Remember? Some did then. What was it called? Was it Fulton's Folly? Well, Alaska is important right now, right? So it's not that I'm usually for expansionism, but when somebody has been poking at you and say that they hate you for years and years and years, and they and I'm talking about Iran now, of course, and they've not only financed actions against you, but provided the weapons that are used against your military and result in thousands of American military uh, deaths and casualties. They are an enemy. Iran is an enemy, and they have waged war in this time that we did the same. And I mean more than just putting a little bug in their computer systems. So we need to go in. We need to take out the government of Iran. The Iranian people have been wanting to overthrow that government for a long time. The Iranian people are for them, for the most part, great people, very smart folks. Many of them pro-American. Uh, Hate their. It's kind of like the old Soviet Union and East Germany used to be. Good people under the boot of evil regime. Um, so we do need to take it back. We need to, and I know so many, and somebody will get on here, and you're not wrong. How we have gone around and we've changed the governments of country after country after country after country. Our CIA has toppled governments and put people in and all that. I get that, and in many of those cases, it was wrong, and in other cases, it wasn't all that wrong. Simple as that. It was right for the people. It was right for our interests, and it needs to happen again. Now, there are some people who will say, and I've seen comments on a couple of my videos. If we get into a war, Americans are soft, and if we get into a war, Iran is just gonna wipe us out, and blah blah. Well, I don't know what kind of Americans you hang around with. It's the same, just like this, the people that say this younger generation is lazy and they're stupid. Well, I don't know. Maybe the ones you know are. The ones I know aren't. They're smart and they're tough and they are hard workers. And so I'm sorry that lazy, stupid ones, but you need to get out more. And it's usually said by somebody, well, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to. I'll back away. Back away from that one. But no, we're not. Iran would not roll over us at all. It would be done with them in a week, if not less than that. If we did it for real. Okay, if we did it technologically and militarily and economically and politically. If we did all those things, the leadership of Iran would be gone by next Saturday. And the Iranian people, and the Iranian people would be able to establish their own representative government. They were doing a lot better under the Shah. Okay, it wasn't fully democratic, but it was headed that way. And it could be again. It could be very quickly. And there would probably be nothing better for the stabilization of the region or the world than that. And it's an oil-rich country. Not that we would be doing it for the oil, but it would increase the Iranian people would end up living very well. It would increase their prosperity, their economy, their education. Look at pictures of Iran back in the early 70s before the fall of the Shah. It was almost like a little America. And because of America's weakness under Jimmy Carter, it collapsed and fell back into the clutches of radical Islam under the Ayatollah Khomeini. And we've had problems ever since. So we need to take them out. Now I kind of went down a road there that I hadn't meant to, because my message here is this. This was the message that I want to tell you. And that is, you're going to have people scaring you about this. I've already seen it. I see, this is horrible, we shouldn't get into this, blah, 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 blah. No. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Don't be fearful. Let not your heart be troubled. as 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 Sean Hannity used to quote Jesus Christ saying, "Let not your heart be troubled." How's it going to affect you if we go to war? Well, first off, it's not going to be a war that comes here, except if they do, if little crazies arise here in the United States and they want to, pull off some attacks, the kind of attacks that I can't talk about. If they do, but if we went after Iran, I mean, full speed, I don't think anything would happen here. I don't think anything would happen here. If it does, be ready to defend yourself. You carry a big old, full bore defense tool and take them out. Stop being scared. Stop being scared. If there's a message that I would want to give to most preppers, it would be just that. Stop being so stinking scared of everything. Take your life into your own hands. Be responsible for your own safety and security. Because really this idea that amongst the community, and I talk about preppers in this, not PMPs, which we call PMPs, preparedness-minded people, who really are the ones who have accepted the full responsibility of their own safety and security. But preppers, too many preppers, for being, for talking so much, they are awfully fearful. They're afraid of so much. And you can't be acting in a positive way out of fear. You need to get rid of that fear and say, well, okay, this is what I prepare for, and I'm ready for it, and let's go. So my thing on this is if war starts today, okay. Are eggs going to go up another 50 cents? Probably not, because Iran's not doing that to us. It's our own government. Okay. Killing all the birds, scaring everybody for H5N1. And still, I mean, should that be people's major concern? I hear that everywhere. The price of eggs, the price of eggs. Well, yeah, it's gone up. We used to pay, they're $5.39 now at our Aldi, and we used to pay 77 cents. Okay. All right. I get it. No, that's not inflation, guys. That was falsely created. It's just like the so-called famine in Ireland. It wasn't a famine. It was a genocidal starvation. So they're jacking with our food. This is not what this is about. But what I'm saying is, don't worry if we go to war over there. It's not going to affect you very much. There might be a tiny blip in the price of gasoline and diesel. Okay. And then people will be jumping up and down about that. Oh my gosh, the price of gas went up 50%. Well, when you stabilize the markets across the world, it's going to come way down. We might see $1.77 again in the future if we take back over, like Trump is saying. Drill, baby, drill. We need to produce more here. We need to refine more. We need to be energy independent, and we need to be the world's #1 exporter of energy. And then all of a sudden, you won't believe how well you're living. But if war starts today, don't worry. I know that is totally against what a preparedness channel should say, because a preparedness channel should try to scare you, right? Because that's the hook. Oh, be scared, be very afraid. Get out there and get some more beans. No, I don't want to scare. I want you to live a better life. That's what real preparedness is. So don't worry about it. Follow it. We're under a strong leadership now. It was a dangerous world several months ago. It's always dangerous to be under weak leadership. It's not dangerous to be under strong leadership, especially when you're the biggest bull on the block. Okay. So don't let them scare you. If war starts today, it's probably needs to happen. And the worst thing they could do is stop short of complete success and complete victory. The best thing they could do, because that just ensures this is just BS is going to continue. And the best thing they could do is go full bore and take them out and say, okay, we're done. Now let's let the rest of us in the world have a good future working together a little bit. And, I saw this too. Here's another thing I don't want you to worry about. I saw another channel that this could, because making peace. This is bringing around the end times, and we don't want, just a second. And they'll make it sound like world peace is it's another thing to be scared of, right? I think y'all are smarter than that. All right. So it'll be interesting to watch, see what happens today. Are they going to release the hostages? Are they not? Are they going to try to dither around like usual? And what will be our response? But no matter what they do, no matter what we do, stop worrying about it and keep preparing. And not out of fear, but in continuing to increase the quality of your life every single day. Okay? All right. Remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow, and that doesn't mean being afraid. Y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.